What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Game Week 11 deadline stream. Hope you are all doing well. Now, why is the audio peaking? Let me have a look. Now, I am currently, as things stand, I've changed my audio to try and make it sure that, like, whenever I turn this way and I'm facing, usually on a podcast facing the camera, hopefully you guys can still hear me, because it's been getting low a few times and I want to try and stop that to make sure that it doesn't get too low. So if it does happen, let me know. We're obviously trying to kind of fix the audio issues, so let me know in the comments how it goes in terms of audio. And if it's too loud or too soft and all of that, hopefully everything is fine. If it does get too quiet, like when I'm looking like this way, and if it's still quiet, let me know, because I can't really tell while going live. So you guys will have to let me know if the audio is soft or not. I can probably play it on the phone as well over here. But it would be obviously better if you guys could give me a heads up in terms of how audio looks. I think when I'm speaking straight into the mic, the audio is fine. But whenever I turn this way and I'm talking to like someone when I'm on a podcast, the audio goes low. So just let me know how it goes, obviously. But yeah, that's the audio things. But welcome, everyone. How are you all doing? Welcome to the Game Week 11 deadline stream. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the Football Chat Box. We are early 2.5 hour stream. And not only is it a 2.5 hour stream, but we will also be doing a watch along for Spurs versus Manchester United, and that stream is already scheduled as well. So if you guys go and check your subscriber boxes, you should be able to find it. It's already scheduled as well for a watch along stream, so come and join us for that as well. This stream will redirect to the watch along stream and wait there as well if you just want to keep the YouTube open. Yes, it is what it is. Better mic than Raptor. I don't know. I'm hoping it works. I hope it works. So shout out to Shubharan, Ian, welcome as well. MFZ, welcome. Simonal, welcome. Sam, welcome. Roku, welcome. MFZ, I did mention yes, welcome as well. Hope you are all doing well. Shubharan says, hello everyone. Ian says, I'm on exactly the same points as you. Oh my days. Oh no, it's going to be a very interesting competition then in terms of wahaha. All right, very interesting game week upcoming then. That means very interesting game week upcoming. What are we doing with Gyökeres Keep and OK Roden versus Key? What are we doing with Gyökeres? If you have Gyökeres and let's say you don't have Mateta, I would sell Gyökeres to go and get Mateta. If you have Mateta as well, then it depends on, like, do you have double Arsenal defense? If you don't have a double Arsenal defense, and if that will help you get double Arsenal defense, I don't mind selling as well, to be honest. Keep an OK Roden versus sell to Thiago Give for Stark upgrade. Stark upgrade, yes, I don't mind. That's what depends on who you're getting. Honestly, if you're trying to get rid of Stark to get a better player, yes, by all means. Simonal's bench 1, bench in Haaland. No, we're not benching Haaland. Surely you're joking. Minte, Grealish, and Rogers. Minte, Grealish, and Morgan Rogers. Ooh. Minte, Grealish, and Morgan Rogers. That's a tough call. That is a very tough call. I'll lean slightly towards Morgan Rogers benching, potentially. That is actually a very tough call. Probably between Morgan Rogers and Jack Grealish. One of those two. Sam, how are you doing? Send my team a shitty one. Is it? Oh, we'll have a look. Obviously, this is my team. I haven't made a transfer yet. I should have made the transfer, guys. Like, Tarkowski went and fell in price. One of my worst transfers ever. I should have just stuck to my word of saying that Tarkowski at 5.5 is never good value. Honestly, absolute waste of a transfer, to be honest. So, I can only, unfortunately, afford Calafiori. So I had 3 options. Calafiori, Mark Guehi, who went up in price, while Tarkowski fell in price, so 0.2 loss there. Or Reece James. I need to kind of fix my defense this week more than my midfield. So between Guehi, Reece James, and Calafiori obviously playing for Arsenal defense, probably the best defense in the league. Probably the most likely to keep a clean sheet as well this week. So between him, Guehi, and Reece James, if I had to pick one, I've been like tossing and turning, got feedback from others as well. I'm thinking probably going Calafiori just to fix my defense, get an Arsenal double defender, because honestly, Arsenal defense, every time they clean, it's so annoying. Unfortunately, I can't afford Timber. Otherwise, I would have gone Timber. Yes, the only problem with Califiori is this man gets subbed early, which means he doesn't have the chances of getting DEFCON as well. Has he ever got DEFCON? No, he's never got DEFCON. So he's never going to get DEFCON. So that's another issue with Califiori because he gets subbed early. He's not going to get DEFCON, but he is very attacking, to be honest. He's an extremely attacking fullback. So there's always a chance of a goal or something from him. Not Reece James, most predict Gusto to start. Is that because of Reece James playing 90 minutes in the weekend? Could be, fair enough. Then the option is between that and Guehi, right? Now, the only thing with Guehi is if this was against Wolves, I would have gone on Guehi. I just think the Brighton game is going to be a very. There's probably a few goals from both sides in this game, to be honest. That's the only reason why I'm avoiding Guehi this week. I can probably go for Guehi next week if I really wanted to. Even if that meant like selling Senesi, I probably don't mind it too much if I had to sell Senesi to get Guehi in. I don't really mind that too much. But yeah, this is kind of where I'm stuck. It's between Calafiori and Guehi then in that specific situation. And Guehi doesn't really have a good fixture this week. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think I'm probably going to end with Arsenal defense because I just want an Arsenal player. Double Arsenal defense because I'm just every time they clean, I lose rank. Every time Arsenal clean, I lose rank. Holding Gabriel alone is not enough. That's the problem. This if I bring in Califiori and Arsenal stop keeping clean sheets, well, at least I go down with the rest of the army. Roku says, hello, better mic than Raptor. I read that. I'm so mad right now about my New Zealand football team losing to our rivals and they had 9 men. Ooh, that's a bit unfortunate. Come on, you Spurs for Sam. 3-1 to Spurs. Ooh, brave prediction. We will see when it comes to the watch along. 12:30 kickoff, Spurs away. It's not looking good. Well, it's 11:30 night kickoff here for me. So hopefully it's a good fixture. We'll see. Roku is taking a -20 hit. Roku, have you been speaking to Andy too much? Is Andy in the chat? I don't know if Andy's in the chat yet. That's something I would hear Andy take. What is this -20 hit and who are you bringing in? Mikhail, hope you're doing well. Welcome. Good morning to you. Bench 1, Dan from Hassan. Bench 1, Dan Burn, Richard, and Senesi. I'll probably bench Dan Burn, Hassan, because it's Newcastle away from home. Pretty poor record away from home so far. I probably bench Dan Burn from that one. I just acquired myself triple Arsenal defense. Watch out, Ryan. Oh, so that means you're saying that I still have to at least go double Arsenal defense to somehow manage the impact that would happen if they were to clean. Okay, I hear you. So I go and get Califiori then, is what you're saying. I'm benching Haaland and going Gabriel captain. Oh, are you sure you want to bench Haaland against this Liverpool defense that has won 2 games in the last 2 because they played teams that were playing out from the back? Are we sure? Big call, brave call. Becky, how are you doing? Welcome. I've heard Kudus is playing today. Fair enough. Bench Senesi, says Hassan, says Mikel. Benching Senesi against Aston Villa. But he won't get DEFCON. Will Dan Burn get DEFCON though? Senesi will get DEFCON, right, in this game? My worst transfer is Gordon. Man does F all. Fair enough. Let me bring MFZ's team up as well. Let me get... Why is it not loading? Alright, so... Where is MFZ's team? Why is it not loading? Aha, here it is. Alright, this is MFZ's team. And then, did I get more teams sent to me? I think I might have. I got Rohan's team. I got Mikel's team. This is Rohan's team. That's one. And then this is Rohan's other team. Then we have Mikel's team. I think those are the teams that got sent to me. I don't think I have anyone else. No. Okay, back to the chat. Um, let me move the chat over here so I can see it a bit more better. Oh, I forgot to put a captaincy poll. Let me put a captaincy poll before I continue on this chat. Where is YouTube? Captaincy poll, because I'm very interested to know who people are captaining this week, because it's very, very different in terms of captaincy. Start a poll. Yes. Who is your captain? Haaland, Saka, Sash, Gabriel, Mateta slash Embuemo slash Bruno. Is there anyone else who's captaincy option? I don't know. Let's see. Other comment. All right. Let's see where this captaincy poll leads us to, shall we? Back on the chat. Live chat. Put this back on to top chat. There we go. Now let me load MFZ's team up here first. Rohan sent his team. Amit, welcome. How are you doing? 246 in your league, 1 free transfer, 1.9 in the bank. 246, you say? Hey, Amit. Where exactly again, Amit? 246. Are you sure you're 246 or are you higher? Oh no, you're 241. So that's Amit's team. Anyone else? Not Reece James. Both predict Gusto to start. I read that. Rank 11 for Roku, who's taking on minus 20. That's Roku's team. 140, Frank's army. 140, Frank's army. Here we go. 140, Frank's army. Rogers, Semenyo, Grealish, and Minte. Oh, start 3. Start 3. I'll start Semenyo. I will start Minte, Rogers, and Grealish. Probably start Rogers or Grealish. Let's probably go for Grealish, to be honest. Go for Timber. If I could, I would have. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash. I have only 5.9 in the bank. Before Tarkowski fell, I only had 6 million in the bank, and Timber was at 6.1. So I anyway couldn't go for Timber in the first place. If I could have gone for Timber, I would have gone for Timber. Should I sell Gordon or roll transfer and play King? I have 2 free transfers, says Ayub. Who are you going to sell Gordon to, Ayub? If you can sell Gordon to a really good player, I would sell. I don't mind it, to be honest. If I get another Arsenal defender, that only means Arsenal downfall begins. Good for United, bad for FPL. I will do it for the club. Reece James, Gusto usually start together. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I would assume because Reece James plays in the CDM spot and then Gusto plays the right back spot, right? I reckon Everton turn up against Fulham. Possible. Watch Tarkowski now that I sold him. Keep a clean sheet. Get Defcon, and I look stupid for selling him. It's very possible. Should I sell Tarkowski in the first place? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I actually sell Tarkowski? Am I making a mistake by selling Tarkowski? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. They've been starting together in recent weeks. Get Chelsea players, Kukurea, JP, or Enzo. I can't afford Kukurea as well, unfortunately. I can afford Reece James. I could afford Chalaba if I wanted to. I am not going and getting Joe Pedro. I'm telling you now itself. Not going back there again after I just sold him. Enzo, I could sell Endai to Enzo if I wanted to, but I'm happy to keep Endai as well at the same time. Any news on Kudus? Will he start? Should I do a bench boost? I mean, let me have a look and see what exactly was the press conference news about Kudus. Team news. Here we go. Spurs. Kudus touch and go. I think if you still have someone else you want to start, I would probably play them over Kudus. If you want to sell Kudus as well, I actually don't mind selling Kudus. 246 is Amit. I loaded your team. When both Delap and JP fit Enzo, Kaiser JP at 10 with Delap up top, no place for Reese. That could be a good point. But then Reece James is captain, so he should probably play right back in that case, unless he's getting rested. Where he do have a good game. That is true. That is true. Where he could have a good game. Honestly, I don't mind getting Guehi as well if needed to. -20? Yes, -20. What do you think of bench boost consisting of Dubravka, Roden, Senesi, and Caicedo? I think that's a pretty good bench boost. I don't mind playing that bench boost. Funnily enough, Forest are weak to conceding goals from centre backs and all. So I don't mind Roden, to be honest. Tiger, welcome. How are you doing? I've sent you my team. Okay, I'll load your team up as well. Couple of teams to load. Wait, I haven't got your team yet, Tiger. Or did you send it somewhere else? FPL Vitas. I haven't got your team, Tiger. Did you send it? I don't know. I might have missed it. Got a step for Chalaba. Yep, that's completely fine. Would you captain Joe Pedro? Do you have another captaincy option, Roku? Is Joe Pedro the only other option? How to gain ranks in this season? Should you captain Joe Pedro or Saka? Saka, I don't mind. Joe Pedro, captain at your own risk is what I would say. Joe Pedro, captain at your own risk. I don't know if it was just Spurs being absolutely bad that made Joe Pedro look good. Because in the Champions League as well, he went back to his usual of, you can guess how many shots he had in the Champions League fixture. And I think he had about 70 odd minutes. Did he? I'm sure you guys can already now, without me having to tell you, you probably know how many shots Joe Pedro got. Should we have a look? Joe Pedro, 71 minutes played. Come on, let's guess how many shots he had. Chat. Joe Pedro, 71 minutes. How many shots do you think he had? And when I mean shots, like football shots on goal. Do I take a -4 to sell Dan Burn or Tarkowski for a third Arsenal defender? No, probably not a -4. I'd rather play Tarkowski in that specific situation. Why is everyone so confident about this Delap thing, especially when Pedro in the 10 played out horribly in the UCL? Because that's still probably his best position, to be honest. My team too, says Ian. Okay, I'll load your team as well. My worst transfer was Burn and Gyökeres, sold them both for Gabriel and Welbeck. Was that really bad? Burn and Gyökeres sold them both for Gabriel and Welbeck. Oh, I think you bought in Dan Burn and Gyökeres, so you sold both of them. Okay. Ranks Army, I think I loaded that. Rohan, chat not visible on screen. Oh, yes, it is not visible on screen. Actually, that's a good point. Why is it not appearing? Thank you for sharing that, Rohan. Why is it not appearing? Let's have a look. Something must have happened. Your deadline stream. Where did it go? Oh, my chat is not here. Oh, no, it's here. Streams chat. Why is it not appearing? Can we see why it's not appearing again? Or should I just refresh this thing? All right, let's see whether that works. If the chat comes through screen or not. I'm actually not sure why it's not appearing. That's the first time I noticed it. Let's see. Gabriel will be my captain. Would you captain JP? I'm doing Enzo captain, says Rook. Wolves play without a manager. That's true. I probably might not captain JP, but if you guys really want to captain, yes, I don't mind it. MN Nestak, welcome. What do you think of this bench boost? I don't mind that bench boost. I think it's pretty good. Ayub, Gordon to Minte, Gibbs White, Eze, Enzo, Rogers. I would go probably to one of Minte or even Enzo. One of Minte or Enzo. Take your pick. Califiori to Timber. I can't go Califiori to Timber. I don't have the cash. Will Shaw, welcome. Oh, are you gonna go? Let's go. Hope you're well. Send my team on Discord if you get time. Not looking at trades, just sit and starts. Okay, I'll have a look. Shall I do a bench boost? Says Tiger. Let's have a look. Anyone that hasn't subscribed won't get their team rated. morning, K7. How are you doing? Not the first bench. How can I send you my team? You can tell me where you're in the mini league, or you can even send it to me on X, K7. I think you're following me on X, right? Would you bench Semenyo, Thiago, or Endai? Probably Thiago. Don't answer the hype for Saka. He will soon be injured anyway. Fair enough. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I'm just going to quickly switch this screen to see why my chat is not working. Let's see if this fixes it. You can't trust Newcastle and Spurs. Alright, chat, work. I have no idea why the chat is not working. What happened? It was working fine yesterday. Alright, hold on guys. I'm gonna have to delete and recreate probably. Super chats, no streams chat. Here we go. Okay, will this work? Alright. If this doesn't work, then I think something's wrong with Stream Elements. And I don't know how to fix it. Okay, let me quickly go through these teams that I was supposed to go through. While hopefully the chat automatically fixes itself. We'll start with obviously MFZ. And for those of you who I haven't read, I will definitely read your teams. Don't worry. Lucas, welcome. Gyökeres, Alfred, Thiago, or Mark Yu. Mark Yu will give me more funds for Liverpool defenders. Also, which midfielder should I get to replace Stark, Sa, Rice, or Szoboszlai? If you're looking for a midfielder at this point, I'll probably go Declan Rice over Ismail Sarr, because Ismail Sarr will be going for AFCON very soon. If you're willing to take it, then go Ismail Sarr. But otherwise, I think probably Declan Rice, longer term, Declan Rice would be the slightly better option. But between Declan Rice and Ismail Sarr, Szoboszlai, I think, is a transfer for next week and not this week. Is Sarr injured? Heard he got a knock during. I think he should be fine. To be honest. Alright, let's go with these teams. This is starting with MFZ. This is MFZ's team. Pope, Cucurella, Timber, Califiori, Diouf, Eze, Sarr, Semenyo, Enzo, Joe Pedro, captaincy, and Haaland. With Trafford, Krupi, Szoboszlai, and Dubravka on the bench. Very interesting team. Joe Pedro, captaincy. Should I have added Joe Pedro captaincy in the poll? Now that I think about it, with all of you guys talking about Joe Pedro captaincy, should I have probably done that? Maybe I can still do that actually. Let's how many 19 votes in this poll. Should I 21% on other. Now I'm wondering if this 21% is freaking Joe Pedro. Okay, let's assume that 21% is Joe Pedro for now. We'll see how this poll goes. But Joe Pedro captaincy, okay, fair enough. I'm not going to put anyone off differential captains today, because I think there is the option to do it and the ability to go and get a differential captain. So I'm not going to put anyone off it, to be honest. Meanwhile, why is my chat not working? I have no idea why this chat is not working. Is this at least working? Yes, that works. So why is the stream chat not working? If I was to switch to 2p, does that bring the chat up? This is an old thingy. Nope. Okay, I don't know why the chat is not working, guys. No clue. I think something's happened. No clue why it's not working. King Junior, welcome. Starting 11 is Rea, Burn, Gabriel, Richards, Minte, Semenyo, Bruno, Endai, Haaland, Matita, Bowen. Bench is Dubravka, Senesi, Anderson, Reinders. Anything you would change? I probably might start Senesi over Dan Burn, personally. That's probably the one change I might make. But the rest, I think I will keep it as it is. Rice is one of the best options in this game at that price. Yes, I probably agree. So this is MFZ's team, which is not too bad actually. Very interesting Joe Pedro captaincy. This one is from Rohan. These two teams. This is Rohan's second team, basically, I think. And Rohan has said, Team 2, one free transfer available, thinking of rolling to the next game week. With Gabriel, Timber, Senesi, Petro, Foden, Mbuemo, Semenyo, Sakasa, Matita, and Haaland, Giu, Roden, and Mukiele. Yep, fair enough. I think this can be rolled easily. No issues here. Yeah, honestly, I don't mind rolling this team. Rohan, do not mind rolling this team. And then you had Team 1, which was Rice and Matita in for Gakpo and Sesko for a -4. Rice and Mateta in for Gakpo and Sesko. Fair enough. Donnarumma, Calafiori, Senesi, Richards, Mbuemo, Semenyo, Saka, Foden, Rice, Mateta, and Haaland. Would love to get Gabriel, but I think you've already gone Declan Rice, so it is what it is. Don't mind it. And Haaland captaincy. Not too bad. Rohan says, yes, Ryan, for this team, bench boost is available. Which team is it? Is it team 1 or team 2? I mean, for this team, I wouldn't bench boost this team. Well, because you have Mark Yu, I don't know if Mark Yu is going to get you anything. I probably wouldn't bench boost on this one. Are we doing team reviews? Yes, we are doing team reviews. Yes. We are definitely doing team reviews. G says, can you check out my team 225 in league? I will load it up. I will definitely rank from best to worst. Enzo, Rice, Szoboszlai. Best, Declan Rice, Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez, and Szoboszlai. If you ask me next week, Declan Rice, Szoboszlai, Enzo. Next week, Szoboszlai will go up. Team 2 bench boost. Foster, Goodmanson, Reinildo, Dubravka. Oh. 2 points, probably 2, 3 points, 5 points. I mean, you could. I don't know how much you will get. If you can get 10 points, I think it might be a success. If you can wait for next week, I think next week Leeds, who do they play? Leeds play Aston Villa. Never mind. Actually, next week Sunderland play Fulham, Leeds play Aston Villa, and Burnley play Chelsea. Burnley play Brentford in 13. Nope. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could play this week. Don't expect too much. 10 points, I think, is a W if you can get it. I don't think you're going to get too much. The fixtures are not the best. That's the only thing. And then this one is for Mikel. Why did this team not load bigger than this? So odd. Alright, this is for Mikel basically. So Mikel has gone for Pope, Gabriel, Guehi, Timber, Rice, Enzo, Semenyo, Mbuemo, Sa, Haaland, Mateta, Donnarumma, Senesi on the bench, Danburn, and Isidore. And Mikel says, here's my team. I checked the rating and guess what? It was 100%. 100% rating. Oof. So, who's the captaincy on this one? Gabriel. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, actually, I don't mind this team when you look at it. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Mikel. Shubhan says 22nd in the mini league. Alright, let me load some of these teams up. So, MFZ, I'm closing your team. I'm also closing Rohan. I'm closing your teams as well. And then this is Mikel's team who is open. We will open we're going to be opening King Jr. No, we're opening G's team, right? Which was 25. Put it in the queue. And then we're opening Shubharans, which is 22. Put that in the queue. All right. Who was I supposed to? I was supposed to get Tiger's team as well before that. Tiger, did you? Oh, yes. I got FPL Vitas. Who is FPL Vitas in the chat over here? Who send it to me on Instagram? Anyone? FPL Vitas in the chat. Are you here? Are you here? I think this is Tiger's team. So I'll load Tiger's team here before the two of you guys. Did I miss anyone? I think I had everyone else's team loaded. Oh, Ian. Ian, I was supposed to load Ian before that as well. Okay. Did I miss anyone else? K7, did you send it to me? Yes, K7 did send his team. And this is K7's team as well. So we got K7's team as well. All right. I have got everyone's teams that I was supposed to get. Who is FPL Vitas in the chat? 251 in the league. Yeah, but this is your team, right? All right. Here we go. So we'll start with Mikkel. Where's Mikkel? Is Mikkel still here? I think Mikkel should be here. But this is not too bad. I like it. Looks pretty good. Best of luck. Everyone's got Brian Embuemo. Let's hope for a hat trick today, of goals, some points. Although Mikkel would want Spurs to win though. So a bit conflicted there. Then this one is Amit. Amit is Amit. Amit was, should you captain Joe Pedro or Saka? You can. I still like Haaland, but if you guys want to go differential this week, I am not going to stop you guys from going differential. I also don't mind. I prefer Gabriel. Like my captaincy order would include Haaland, Saka, and like Gabriel, and then after that you have the likes of Brian Embuemo, Bruno Fernandes, Joe Pedro, those kind of players. FPL Vitas is me. Aha. Okay. All right. I have got your team. Thank you. Now I know who it is. I'll load your team up. This is your team as well. All right. Amit. Where is Amit? Is Amit still here? Amit, what are you planning on doing for this team? What did Amit say before? 0.1 in the bank. One free transfer, 0.1 in the bank. One free transfer and 0.1. Probably Kudu's out. Or even Reinder's out. You could go Enzo. You could also, who else can you go for? You have Enzo, who else? Midfielders at a cheap price bracket. Ismail Sarr maybe? Should I bench boost and replacement of Kudus, Sarr, Enzo or Endai? I wouldn't go Endai. I think Endai at this moment I'm looking to sell next week as well. Between Ismail Sarr and Enzo is probably the better option. However, we have to keep in mind international break. He'll go to international break, come back after a long travel as well. And are they playing at home or away from that? After that, they're playing away. I probably might go Ismail Sarr. But keep in mind that Ismail Sarr will be leaving in a couple of weeks as well. He's a very frustrating player to own. Actually, both Ismail Sarr and Enzo are very frustrating players to own. So is Endai. But I probably might lean towards Sarr for the slightly better fixtures at the moment. Between Sarr and Enzo, mainly those two. Since you have Joe Pedro, I actually don't mind going Ismail Sarr. Ismail Sarr, man. This man has been getting points in the European competitions. He's getting points and he's not getting points in the Premier League. So annoying. Scored 2 goals in the European competitions as well. Very annoying. I hope he can get some points in the Premier League. In terms of bench boosting with Dubravka, Reinders, Roden, and Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott is not going to play, right? Is it worth bench boosting with Harvey Elliott? I mean, if you had someone else, I would have gone for someone else. And then, honestly, if you're willing to do even a Harvey Elliott to a Brighton midfielder, even a cheap Brighton midfielder like Weaver from Brighton, who is like 4.9 million, if you want to go even that, like a cheap Brighton midfielder, and then bench boost, yes. But you probably need to get rid of Harvey Elliott as well. Because it doesn't seem like he's playing games. So I probably sell. Sa killed it midweek. He did. If only he can do the same thing in the Premier League. Shall I do a minus and do a bench boost? I'll get to your team, Tiger. I have your team on the list. I'll get to your team soon. Andy, welcome. Hope everyone is well and happy. Welcome. Do Sunderland attack much today? Will Gabriel reach DEFCON? Do teams defenders get DEFCON against Sunderland? I think it's not that, right? I think Gabriel is getting DEFCON because of all the set pieces he's clearing, like all the long throws and all of that. That's why he's getting DEFCON. He might still get DEFCON, even if it doesn't. If they keep a clean sheet, it's still a big thing. So that's Amit's team. I'll keep it open for now. This is Roku's, who's taken off who's probably done a minus 20 already. My transfers are Gyökeres, Dan Burn, Van der Ven, Josh King. Where's Josh King? Out for, you mean Louis Miley instead. Out for Welbeck for Welbeck for Gyökeres, Gabriel for Dan Burn, Kukurea for Van der Ven, and Declan Rice for Kudus or King. Did you mean Kudus, Roku? I'm assuming it's Kudus, right? How about Summerville for Elliot? Should I take a -4 for Kudus? If you guys want a absolute cheap, I'd go Brighton. This is who I'm talking about, by the way. 4.9 million. We'll get you DEFCON, or we'll get you DEFCON generally. When's the deadline? In about 2 hours time. This is like a cheap option. Miley. Okay, Miley. Okay. So what did you do with Kudus? What did you do with Kudus, Roku? This is your team, isn't it? Oh no, this is Rohan's team. Oh no, this is you. Sorry. Rice in for Miley. Okay, so what did you do with Kudus? 1-1 Gunners games as an upset. Gunners have to let a goal in soon. 9 cleans is unheard of. They can still continue. Bench boost with Dubravka, Reinders, Konate, and Estev. Oh, Dubravka and Estev against West Ham. That's actually not too bad. Alongside Reinders and Konate. Yeah, I don't mind it. You're hoping, like, it's mainly reliant on Dubravka and Estev, which is not too bad. Yeah, against West Ham, I don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. He'll get it against Wolves next week for sure. Who will get what? Who's getting what next week? Joe Pedro or Enzo? Oh, you mean Ismail Sarr? I hope so. Well, I hope he's going to get it against Brighton instead. He stays on the bench. Okay, fair enough. Interesting moves. Okay, we'll see if the moves pay off. I think the moves are fair enough. When you look at them individually, I think they make sense. So we will see how they do. I think it makes sense though. I probably wouldn't go and get Somerville. Not another Leeds player. Not worth it. Alright, this one is Sam. Sam, what were you going to do with your team? What? Oh, Caicedo. What are you doing with certain Victor Gyökeres? Can you triple captain Saka or Haaland this week? No, probably not triple captain. I don't think I have that much confidence in triple captaincy this week. If I was going to triple captain, I'll triple captain Haaland against Leeds in Gameweek 13. That's probably when I triple captain Haaland. Probably not this week. No, I don't think I'll do it this week. Chat never appeared on the stream, did it? So odd. I don't know why it didn't appear. I wonder why the chat is not appearing on stream. Hmm. I don't know why it's not working. Am I the only one on Enzo Cap? Says Ian. Uh, I don't think you'll be the only one in FPL. In here, maybe, potentially. Give me a second, guys. I'm just going to have a look at another. Because I created another overlay yesterday. I don't know if that has caused this to behave the way it is at the moment. I just think it's probably not working. Stream elements. Something's up. Is stream elements running at the moment? Yes, it is. No, why it's not working. Honestly, don't know why my chat is not working. Oh well. I'll have to figure that out later. I want to see my team. Says Fun Harper 1289373. Oh, can you tell me where you're in the mini league? And I can definitely load it up. Sam says sold Gyökeres for Mateta. Just wondering if I take a -4 anywhere. Gyökeres for Mateta. You probably start Caicedo this week over Kudus. Or are you? I don't know. Take a -4. Could you do Kudus to Saka if you wanted to, or even Kudus to Declan Rice? You could do something like that, or you could probably start Caicedo this week. Don't have to do Kudus to -4. I probably start Senesi as well, right? Who are you starting in defense, Sam? YouTube streaming is ruined right now. Oh, what happened? What happened? What do you mean by ruined? Arsenal defense is invincible. Fair enough. I got 0.9 in the bank. I understand that, but Gabriel Cap, he could end up with 4 points only. That's usually the case every week. Last week as well, it could have happened. But as long as the defense is elite at the moment, I guess we go for it. Tark Burn as your defense. Fair enough. No Senesi? No trust in Senesi? Welbeck or Mateta? Mateta for this week. Mateta. It'll be Bayern Munich in the UCL, in my opinion. That makes him concede? Probably. Yes, that's next week, isn't it? It's next week, I think, yeah. Sorry, I had Babakat was my team already reviewed. No, not it. It's in the list, Shubharan. I'm looking at a minus for Gyökeres. Fair enough. YouTube did an update midweek and it ruined Streamlabs or whatever it is called. Oh, well, I'm not using Streamlabs. I'm using Stream Elements, but it could be the same issues. That might make sense why you can't see super chats unless in chat, and I think it's the same with chat. That might explain things. You fixed your volume? Yes, I did a lot of testing yesterday to go and fix my volume. So hopefully now it's looking fine. That might explain why the chat is not appearing. Okay. Oh well, I'll have to figure out what actually is the fix for that. All right. I mean, honestly, I don't mind it, to be honest. Sam, I think the team is fine. You probably you could take a hit if you wanted to, but like not really necessary. Tom, welcome. 80th in the mini league. Got question on who to start. I will load your team up, but you might have to wait for a bit because you're in the list. And also, where was Fun Harper? Can you tell me if you joined the mini league as well? Actually, I'll put the mini league code for those of you who haven't joined, and I will get you guys in the mini league. Right. Next up is Tiger. I think I'll be fine. I'll just stick. Fair enough. All right, Tiger, what did you do in terms of moves? You said you took a hit. What did you do with Gyökeres, and what were the moves you actually ended up doing? And while I wait for Tiger as well, I'm just going to quickly have a look at who is next. Who is next? Oh, Ian. You're next, Ian. What are you planning on doing as well? Ian and Tiger. Ian is catching up with me. Ian actually said he was going triple Arsenal defense. So I wonder what he actually went and did. This is actually a pretty good team, to be honest. I'm going to hope my Brian Mbuemo is going to be the differential. Hey, everyone in the chat. To Sam, Tiger, welcome, says Andy. All right. Where is Tiger? Does Gyu start this week? Unlikely, to be honest. Especially when Delap is available. Very unlikely. I've swapped Chalaba for who? For who exactly did you swap Chalaba? Karan, how are you doing? Welcome. How are things going? Who is that in your picture, Karan? Who's the captaincy armband on? Long time. How's the rank coming along? Well, it's taken a hit, as you can see. In the last 2 weeks, I've taken 2 red arrows. Unfortunately, this week's red arrow was actually a small red arrow, but still a red arrow. Looking at a bench boost. Estev. Chalaba to Estev. Why? Did you actually do that move? Did you actually do the move, or you haven't done the move yet? But why Estev? How are you doing, Karan? How are things going? Welcome, welcome. That's just a graphic from Foca with my name and LFC jersey. Ah, that makes sense. Fair enough, fair enough. And then Ian, are you in the chat as well? While Sunderland don't score many goals, yes, which is why I currently have Calafiori lined up since I can't afford Timber. Andy is going to say not to go Calafiori, which probably has a point. But I mean, I can go Declan Rice, but I think I'll keep Endai for this week. I'm looking at bench boost for Gyökeres. So you want to sell Gyökeres, right? I would go and get Mateta in. So Gyökeres to Mateta is probably what I would do. Gyökeres to Mateta. Sent you messages earlier? Yes. So you did mention of doing a minus for Gyökeres. I'd go and get Mateta. What else did you do? Shall I bench boost and do a minus brain replacement? So you would have Mateta, Petrovic. Look, actually, technically, you'll have Dubravka, Mateta, Shaw, and Van der Ven. Who do United have next week? Everton. Who do Spurs have? Arsenal. Nope. I mean, it's not necessarily the best week for a bench boost, to be honest, because both Spurs and United defense this week, not the best of fixtures. If you are willing to hold out a bit more, maybe you can find another week that might actually be a bit better for bench boost, to be honest. But if you're feeling it, then I would go for it. Because you'd probably start Mateta realistically, and you might actually bench one of your midfielders, probably even Weaver, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you could potentially go for the bench boost. Might get lucky, potentially. Could go for the bench boost. 107 in your league, I will bring it up, but you might have to wait a bit, Karan. There are actually quite a few teams before you. So you might have to wait a tiny bit. Ian says, my game week will be decided by Arsenal's defense and whether Enzo performs. So basically, you overtaking me is very dependent on whether triple Arsenal defense. Was it triple Arsenal defense? End up doing really well. And my game week is very dependent on if I bring in Calafiori and Brian and Buemo doing well. Oh, tough decisions. Ryan, just sell Sa for Rice in a few weeks, then we can be friends again. No, I can't sell Sa. He's having good fixtures. Surely not. I mean, he's scoring goals. Just in the wrong competition, but he's scoring goals. Surely I can't sell him. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Tiger. No worries, Tiger. No worries. Thinking Saka captain this week too. Captain Haaland is logical, but being a Liverpool supporter, I think I'm mixing FPL and my LFC fandom. That's fine. Honestly, that is fine at all. That's no problem. No problem at all. Alright, so this is Ian's team. Ian, what transfer did you end up making? Did you sell like Trafford to Diouf? I did Calafiori for Diouf. So you went and got Calafiori as well. Oh my days. I can't have nice things. It's not like he sold Webruggen. No, he went and did Calafiori. So basically, I need Saka and Brian Mbuemo to go massive. That's the only way I beat you. Don't go for Calafiori as well, Ryan. Too late. Too late. That's the only option I have. Is that Ogwehi? Mbuemo getting smoked by Van de Ven. We will see in the watch along. We will see in the watch along. Cracked open a chill beer, got all the time now. Nice. Just got back after a long afternoon of park cricket. Ooh, won both games for my team, came in clutch while chasing 35 runs of 13 balls. 35 runs! Ooh, of 13 balls. Hey, that's a tough one to chase. Alright, so this is Ian's team. Interesting. So he did due for Calafiori. He's playing a 4-3-3 formation, I guess. 4-3-3 or 4-4-2. I had Calafiori and was unhappy with him. Fair enough. I can understand. I have a benching problem though. Between Reinders and Waltemada, right? What time is the watch along? Watch along will start 15 minutes before the game. 15 minutes before the game is the watch along. Reinders and Waltemada. Based on form, you probably start Waltemada at the moment. Reinders has just not been on form at all. And it's against Liverpool as well. I think you probably bench Reinders and start Waltemada. Because Waltemada is on pens as well, right? Well, not really, because Anthony Gordon is on pens, but Gordon doesn't play doesn't play the full 90, so yeah. Tarkovsky to Van de Ven, says Wanikwan. No, not to Van de Ven. Why Van de Ven? Surely you have better defenders. I'm thinking more KDH and Trafford. Oh. KDH against Fulham, Trafford against Aston Villa. I think Trafford might be the more tempting one. Well, I have double Bournemouth defense, so I'm going to hope that Bournemouth keep a clean sheet. I think Trafford might be the more tempting one to start. And I need the first bench too in case of Reece benching. Then have like a Trafford as the first bench and KD at second. Start Waltemada maybe. Unless you're benching Riders. I'd go Tark to Palace or LFC next week. Probably, but this week I need to fix my defense, honestly. I don't want Tark. If I had Michael Keane, I wouldn't have been selling Michael Keane. It's just that Tarkovsky has been he's been my worst. Has he been my worst transfer? I think Tarkovsky has probably been my worst transfer since my wildcard. I should have just gone double Arsenal defense at the start. Like that alongside going Gyökeres and Joe Pedro. Oh my days. Those were the mistakes I made. Should have gone double Arsenal defense on my wildcard. What time's the deadline? Deadline is in another hour and a half. 1.5 hours. The problem with Walter is Newcastle away form. Yes, I agree. Go for Guehi. Brighton this week. Chances of keeping clean sheets are not that high. Don't copy me. What do you mean don't copy me? I've been talking about this for the entire week. I have definitely not copied you. Alright, next up, G, are you here? Rhea, Gabriel, Anderson, Richards, Endai, Saka, Enzo, Semenyo, Mateta, Waltemada, and Haaland. G. Why is she? Where is she? She and Shubharan. Shubharan as well. Shubharan, what are you doing with Yokeris? Let me know as well. All right, she is here. Yes, there we go. What's the plan? Planning on rolling. Fair enough. Are you starting Senesi this week? Or Matty Cash? That's a question for you. One win away from home is diabolical. Who got the one win? You mean Newcastle? Or are we talking about someone else? Newcastle haven't had a win at all away from home this season. In the Premier League, at least. They got it in the Champions League. Was it Champions League? Yeah, Champions League. Union St. Gilles. In the league, they haven't had a single win, so fair enough. Sorry about spelling. We'll get a return. It's set up for him to probably. When will you bring my team? I'll tell you that I'm almost thinking. So I have G now, followed by Shubharan. This one is from. This is from K7. Yes, this is from K7. And then K7, this is from Vitaz, Dom, and then you, Karan. So, few more teams. In the next 10 minutes, though, I should get to it. Most likely a 3-4-3. Gabriel, what? Okay. Yeah, probably the same midfield 4. I can see. Yep. It's basically Walter Mado or another defender, basically, right? Casual return only today. Get Guehi, Ryan. A triple Arsenal defense has to bang. I'm going for Arsenal defense. We can both go down together. Yokeres to Thiago, 4 million in the bank versus play Roden versus Thiago plus Saboslai Osa. Okay, we'll have a look. I'm having doubts on who to start. I think the only decision is, so let's say you started Senesi over Anderson, for example. Then your decision is between starting Matty Cash, Walter Marder, or Anderson. It's Aston Villa at home, isn't it? I might even potentially punt it on starting. Would I start Anderson against Everton? I actually might, to be honest. You never know. I might even potentially punt on Anderson, but Walter Marder, surely they get a goal against Brentford, right? Surely they get a goal against Brentford. I might potentially go like Senesi over Anderson and start the remaining team. Probably have Matty Cash as first sub, Anderson second sub, Stark third sub, something like that. I don't know. Like, it's just the Walter Marder. Will he get a goal? Probably not. Otherwise, you probably end up starting Anderson. 3-1 loss to West Ham is crazy. I forgot to clip the video that I told that West Ham were going to beat Newcastle. You guys said it was not going to be possible, and it happened. I should have clipped that video. I completely forgot to clip it. Oh my days. I need to go and find now it's a bit too late to clip it. I should have clipped it then itself. Damn it. I forgot to clip it. I've been too busy and I forgot to clip that. I'll just tab my team for now. Okay. I'd probably start Senesi over Anderson, and then it's between Anderson versus Walter Marder as a thought. And then this one is Shubharan. Not sure if Thiago is the right option. Do you keep transfers for Palace defense in the future? So your plan is Yokeres to Thiago, 4 million in the bank versus play Roden versus Thiago plus Saboslai Osa. If you sell Yokeres to Thiago, you probably start Thiago this week. You start Senesi over Mukiele. Do you start Roden as well? I think Saboslai, if you're doing Saboslai, you do it next week, right? Not this week. I don't mind Thiago, to be honest. Start Tarkovsky or Minte. Minte, 1-1. Think you forgot to put me in the queue. Ah, yes, I did. Thank you for reminding. You were actually ahead, so I should probably put you ahead. I will put you after this team, which is after Shubharan. Where's Shubharan? Shubharan's here. All right. Will, you've entered the queue. Actually, you're next. Because you mentioned it long time ago and I forgot. Thank you. The results made absolute sense to me. The only reason I thought about it was because of Newcastle's bad away form. That's the only thing. Free hit 13 most likely will bring in triple City and triple Liverpool. Yes. I think free hit 13 was one. I think we also decided on free hit 15. Yes. Free hit 15 is when I was looking to do from discussing. And Gameweek 13 was triple captaincy. That was the plan at least. What's your rationale? Rationale for which one? Who are you asking? Are you asking me or is asking someone in the chat? And for what exactly? I'm not sure. West Ham off the back of losing to Leeds. Oh, you mean West Ham beating Newcastle? It was purely down to Newcastle's away form. That's it. Purely down to Newcastle's away form. And also, to be honest, West Ham new manager. They had to eventually get something. To be honest, they had to eventually get something. That's purely the reason why I said West Ham could have a chance of beating Newcastle. Because Nuno is not a bad manager, right? And the West Ham's team isn't really a bad team. They've just gone through a bad run of form. I mean, they are okay. The players in that West Ham team aren't bad. They do play generally pretty bad football, but they're not a bad team. On paper. But yeah. So do you think Brentford will win this week? They could. But I'll probably predict a draw. I probably go like a 1-1 draw or 2-2 draw, something like that. I think Brentford could win. I'm not against it. I think it's very well possible for them to win. Okay, this was Shubharan's. What were we doing, Shubharan, again? Oh, yeah. I think if you're bringing in Saboslai, it's got to be for next week, Shubharan. If you're bringing in Ismail Sa, I don't mind it doing it this week. I think Thiago is not too bad. It's either that or Danny Welbeck, one of the two. Those are the only two budget strikers you can go for who make sense. I think I've lost Shubharan as well. Oh no, he's still here. Do you keep transfers for Palace defense in the future? That means you get Palace defense next week, if that's the case. You can get Palace defense next week, right? There's no problem in that. Expected points for Rodon versus Thiago as well. Expected points for Rodon versus Thiago. Let's have a look. Hold on. Hey, this is solely a tool. Always ask me to sign in. Alright, is Senesti Gusto a good move for this game week? I don't mind it. Oh, to Gusto. It's not needed. Senesi to Gusto is not really needed. It's not a needed move. What are we looking for? We are looking for Rodon. 3.59. Shubharan. Thiago should have more, I think. 4.36. Thiago 4.36. Rodon 2.9. Wonder if this is a... No, it's not. Never mind. Thiago 4.36. Rodon 3.59. Is it weird for me to captain Declan Rice? Oh, maybe this week, yes. Potentially. This week might be a bit more harder of a fixture. Well, not harder as in but less goal scoring chance. All Senesi good fixtures ahead. Yes, agree. Alright. So that is Shubharan's one. Shubharan, let me know if you're done. Like if you want me to go back to the expected points. Apart from Bowen and Paqueta, that is a championship team. True, but Newcastle's form has been also pretty poor. That's kind of why I was thinking that. That and it was West Ham at home, right? Eventually they have to get something. Like Newcastle's form has been really poor away from home. That's why. All right, this one was from the Discord, which is Will. Will. I think you're here. Billy. Soon as Sarg goes, only 2-on-2 Palace defenders in your team. Sell all attackers, trust me. Without Sarg, Palace becomes better defensive picks, service and size. So good at, yeah, fair enough. How would you rate Palace defense versus Liverpool defense? I would say Palace defense is better than Liverpool defense at the moment. Virgil versus Richards or Guehi? Between Van Dijk and Guehi, I go Guehi. Richards and Guehi, I still probably lean towards Guehi. I pick Guehi over Van Dijk. Honestly, I don't think Liverpool's defense is good. Personally, that's my opinion. I don't think Liverpool's defense is good. I do think they have the opponents they have faced has come at the perfect time, because the opponents they faced, both Aston Villa, I don't know if it's Aston Villa, I don't know, but Aston Villa and Real Madrid, both managers who are intended on playing out from the back. Like Xabi Alonso is also very stubborn about playing out from the back, to be honest, and that is just perfect for Liverpool. Now, City don't really play out from the back, but they don't play too many long balls. City, but Pep is definitely a more tactically. He's more flexible sometimes. So that's why I think it's a much more harder fixture going to be this week. I just think Real Madrid and Aston Villa were just tactically, I'll say they were naive. Bit hard to say that Xabi Alonso was naive, but when he's been such a good manager, but tactically it was a bit somewhat naive. The only problem with Real Madrid is they can't really go long. They don't have the players for it. But then they could have done what everyone else has done, like using Van Dijk as the target for going long, and then try and win the second balls. But then I don't think La Liga is a league where they're used to winning second balls. So when they don't have options, I don't know. That's the thing. It's a bit odd to try and coach winning second balls when your league doesn't generally do it. All right, this one is from Will. Are you here? So this is Will, and then this one is from. This is from K7. K7, are you still here? I sold Gyökeres to Give to free up funds. 5 million in the bank, no free transfers. Sold Gyökeres to Give. Okay. And I'm wondering whether he's starting Tennessee this week or not. 5 million in the bank, no free transfers. No free transfers. Fair enough. I might have done one more transfer to live. I would have taken a hit probably. Alright, where's Will? Did Will disappear? Or is Will still here? Let me just message Will on the Discord. People are all going to be buying Pedro after the Chelsea game. We'll see. Alright, so Will and K7. Ah, Will is here. And then K7 as well. Will, what did you say on the Discord? Trying to decide if I should play Senesi over Endai. No, I play Endai. I play Endai. Play Endai. You have Petrovic anyways already. I play Endai. It's a wild prediction. Pedro as a number 10 for 60 minutes a game will do more than Pedro in 270 minutes as a number 9. Fair enough. Oh, talking about Pedro, how many shots did Pedro get against Karabag? And the answer is 0. Congrats to the lucky winner, which was almost everyone here on guessing 0. 71 minutes. Back to square one. The Joao Pedro we all know and we all hate. So it's just probably just Spurs. Having said that, the ball was not in play for most of this game, so that's a different story. But yeah. All right. Should I take a hit? And who do you think I should bring in? If you're taking a hit, probably Kudus. Yeah. Oh. I would start Richards this week, potentially. So you bought in Gil, right? So maybe you go Richards to you go Gyökeres. So you have Gil bench, probably Richards starting. Would you start Richards? Maybe, yeah. Senesi. I probably sell Kudus. So you can sell Kudus to a couple options. You have Ismail Sarr. You have Declan Rice. Since you have an Arsenal spot open, you have Declan Rice, Ismail Sarr. You also have Enzo Fernandez. And since you have 5 million in the bank, if you wanted to go, you could also go either Saka or Brian Mbeumo. What's the plan? K7. One of those players. Maybe keep some cash in the bank to do Endai to a Liverpool midfielder like a Szoboszlai or Gravenberch next week. Just keep some cash in the bank for that potential move as well next week. He wasn't a full Lamberton last game. And then this is obviously Will. Oh, I answered the question, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think Will is also pretty good and done. And then obviously we're waiting on K7. And while I wait on K7, this one is from FPL Vitaz. FPL Vitaz is on the bench boost. Also, Merino looking a good option this game week. True, but extremely short term. Probably not worth it. Too short term. Unless you had a wild card, then maybe, but it's too short to be honest. This is FPL Vitaz. Dubravka, Caicedo, Rodon, Senesi as a bench boost, which is actually not too bad. Haaland, Thiago, Mateta, Saka, Endai, Semenyo, Mbeumo, Anderson, Gabriel, Munoz, and Nick Pope. Actually, looks pretty good, to be honest. Looking pretty good. Also, Mateta, Haaland, I honestly don't buy any other forward, just buy 4.2 million bench fodder. Well, I did go and get Danny Welbeck, which I actually don't mind, to be honest. I want Mbeumo or Fernandes and a Liverpool attacker in Game Week 12. So I probably go Mbeumo and then next week see whether you can afford to do Endai to Szoboszlai, let's say. Because Szoboszlai is the more expensive between him and Gravenberch. I don't think Salah is not possible, right? So that's out of the question. So it's between Szoboszlai is probably the one, right? Karan says, Ryan, my moves and current state of play message went up on chat. Would you be able to scroll through or do I retype? No, I can go through. Don't worry. I can scroll back up to the messages that you sent. I can scroll back up to an extent, which I think it's still there. So it's fine. I think you should be fine. You don't have to retype. I'll message you when it's on. Gakpo next week, but wait. I don't know about Gakpo. Now that Slot has changed system a bit, I don't know about Gakpo anymore, to be honest. But yeah. So I'll probably go Mbeumo, Kudus to Mbeumo, and then wait for Liverpool attacker next week and die to a Liverpool attacker next week, probably. And then FPL Vitaz on the bench boost, looking pretty good. Any moves you're looking at doing? Nestak. I don't know why, but so on this YouTube channel, the names appear differently to my gaming channel on YouTube. I don't know why that is, but anyways, can't do much about it. I don't know what exactly the reason is. Szoboszlai is safe for a game, but there's better safe 5 to 6 midfielders. Yeah, that's where I think Declan Rice is probably slightly better. in that specific situation. Like Declan Rice is definitely better than that. Unless Ekitike puts his hand up and we get a negative news on Isak. Yeah, that's the only thing that would change it. So, which is why I'm saying go Embuemo now instead of Bruno Fernandes because of the price. The price difference, you might potentially want that price somewhere else. Potentially, I don't know. We'll see. I am rolling. Okay, fair enough. Looks pretty good. Best of luck. I think this team should be able to hit more than 10 points on the bench boost. Anything like 10 and above, I think is a positive on the bench boost this on a single game week. There's not much to improve. Yeah, I probably agree with that. Like, I mean, nothing really that you could change too much. I think it's fine, to be honest. Like you could go for another Arsenal player, but it's fine for this week. All right, next one we have is from Dom. Dom, are you here, Dom? Actually, Kyle, looks like I'll be messaging Karan sooner than later. Dom, are you here? Please like and subscribe, everyone, if you haven't already. Yes, indeed, please do like and subscribe. Karan, if you're willing to wait, you're the next team after Dom's team. Please do like and subscribe, like Karan mentioned. This is Dom. Think I'm -4, get that cheap 4.2 forward and Salah for Gakpo next week. Fair enough. Hey, it's Dom. Dom is not here. Maybe I'll have to message Dom on the Discord again. All right, while we wait for Dom, Karan, since you're still here and you haven't left, so it's good. So we can go to your discussion. So Karan has Raya, Tarkowski, Gabriel, Van de Ven, Sarr, Endai, Saka, Semenyo, Mateta, Haaland, Waltemada, Dubravka, Reinders, Goodmanson, and Senesi. On terms of players, what did Karan said? For this week, I have 2 free transfers, 0.1 in the bank. Benching Dubravka, Van de Ven, Goodmanson, and Reinders. Next week, planning a -4 of Tarkowski to Van Dijk, Van de Ven to Munoz. Where are you getting the cash for this? Waltemada to a dead spot in queue. Might even -4 for Endai to Gakpo. Fair enough. Okay, now I should mention this. For those of you who are going like a dead spot in queue, if you've already used your bench boost, then I think your slightly better option of dead spotting is probably Chido Obi at 4. Oh wait, Chido Obi is 4.3. How much is Q? Q is 4.2. Oh man, even Q is like lower than Chido Obi. Damn. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Initially, I was a bit odd on like going Q as a dead spot just in case you wanted like a third Chelsea player. But fair enough. Will we ever need a third Chelsea player? I don't know. I don't think we'll get to a point where we would want a third Chelsea player. Who knows? Hard to say. Okay, interesting moves next week. So, how basically Waltemada is the one funding the expensive moves. Fair enough. I think that's not too bad. Karan. Not too bad as well. Dom is here as well. Welcome, Dom. I don't know if you mentioned my team yet, but I'm currently busy and have a few questions for you to answer when you get to my team. I have your team up. I'm looking at yours and Karan's team at the same time, Dom. That would be a permanent back 4. Yeah, so you would have Van Dijk, Munoz, Gabriel, and Van Dijk, Munoz, Gabriel, and who was the other one? Senesi? Fair enough. I still don't know about Van Dijk as an option, but I think the fixtures are there. Maybe that you could probably get something from it. So I don't mind it, I guess. Bench boost is out of the question. Played and got Van de Ven 23 point. Wow. Well played. And then Dom has basically said, I will be bringing in Reece James for Tarkowski. Okay, fair enough. Bench boost in 12 looks a popular move for most. Could be. Who to start in defense? Would you cap Saka over Haaland? I think Saka over Haaland, I don't mind it too much if you wanted to go there. I think there are opportunities for differentials captains like this week. I don't mind it if anyone wants to go differential captain. I still think Haaland is a good captaincy though this week. Not gonna lie. So you have bringing in Reece James. So Reece James will start over Mukiele, and then I would basically be assuming that the rest of the teams, so like basically a 3-5-2, right? You're playing again. Oh, are you playing a 3-5-2? Yes, between Senesi and Richards, I probably lean towards Richards. Senesi first sub, probably, right? Have Senesi first sub, Mukiele second sub. Tom. Good luck, everyone. I'll hop back on before deadline. Okay. Appreciate your inputs. No worries, current. I think it looks good. I still don't know about Van Dijk as a FPL option, but the fixtures are there. It could become an option with the fixtures. I just still don't know about Liverpool's defense. I think I need to see them play a team that is considered to go like more direct than playing out of the back, and I want to see how Liverpool then deal with that. And if they can convince, like if Liverpool play well against City, then I'll be convinced as well. So I want to see how they play, at least in terms of trusting their defense mainly. Because then even I might even think of like even Connor Bradley as an option potentially. All right, so that's Dom's team as well, which has been sorted hopefully for Dom. Am I missing anyone else's teams? I think I had a look at everyone's. We looked at K7 as well. Oh no, K7 didn't reply. Did K7 reply? Oh yes, K7 did reply. Yes. Okay, so I think I looked at everyone's teams. Want to be invested in Liverpool over Christmas just makes the game fun as a LFC supporter. Fair enough. Then yeah, then fair enough. Then I would go for it, to be honest. I think you need to enjoy the game most. Most importantly, people need to enjoy this game. Otherwise, what's the point in us playing it, right? Then I do not mind at all. Okay. All right. How is have a good night. Hopefully with green arrows, Andy, Ryan, and Tiger. Thank you. All right. So I think we're looking good for everyone. What time's the deadline? Deadline should be. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the wrong game. So deadline should be in the next hour. So we have 1 hour for the deadline. Now, I have no idea why this Stream Elements thing stopped working. Might be a good time for me to have a look at why it's not working. And also time to tell you guys about the watch along later today. So make sure to definitely join in for the watch along as well. Stream Elements. Restart OBS. I don't want to restart OBS. I'm in the middle of a stream. I don't know why it's not working. I probably need to figure out why this. I don't know if I have to like log out of the stream elements. I probably might actually. Let me try that. Let me log out from stream elements site and then log back in to see if that fixes things. I can't get Salah for Gakpo and a cheap forward. 0.2 out. Ooh. Watch up. Can't get Salah for Gakpo. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, here we go. Streaming tools. Overlays. Please tell me the chat works. If I do this, my rank disappears. Yes. Bring the rank back. Take the chat off. Re-enable the chat. Emulate a subscriber event. That works. That's just a test. That's not actual subscriber, but it works. Now why is my chat not appearing? Maybe I'll close the chat and then recreate it. Who are we watching? We are watching Spurs versus Manchester United on the watch along. All right, let's try and make this chat a bit bigger. Shall we? And then that works there. All right. Does this fix the chat? Nope. Clearly not. Does it fix it? Nope. Nope. Doesn't seem like the chat wants to work, guys. I don't know why. I think it might be correct. Like Sam mentioned, YouTube probably did an update and it messed up everything. Panker, welcome. I made a really good last week with 92 points. Wow, well played. I want to ask for some advice. Who should I get for midfield? I have 9.2. Do I buy Embuemo or Rice? Also, I'm a LS fan, so getting by getting Embuemo, it's like, yeah, fair enough. If you want to go Declan Rice, I don't mind going and getting Declan Rice. I think both Brian and Declan Rice are really good options. If you have space for a third Arsenal player and want to get Declan Rice, go for it. I'm completely fine with getting Declan Rice. And Geeta and John, welcome. How are you all doing? Want to bench from Roden or Josh King? Oh, I probably bench Josh King and start Roden. John, how are you doing? Welcome. But the thing is, I want to catch up to my friend who is 50 points ahead of me and does have easy fixtures, so it's Embuemo. Could be essential. I don't know if Embuemo is fully essential, but if you wanted to go, I think he has a high ceiling. I would agree with that. So I between Embuemo and Declan Rice, I might lean towards Embuemo for the moment. Between those two, I'll probably lean towards Embuemo for the moment. And then you get a Liverpool midfielder next week as a differential to help you increase the points as well, like to catch up. But I like Declan Rice as well. I think Declan Rice is also a good option. Not gonna lie. All right. Where's the transfers? Would you start Anderson, Senesi, or Richards? I have Endai and Welbeck, so I'm leaning towards Senesi. Yeah. Richards or Senesi? I'll probably start Senesi in this one. Probably Senesi. I don't mind Richards. I think between Richards and Senesi, it's very close. I'll probably start Senesi. -4 this week, but it was a priceable -4. Rice back for Saka. Not a wise move, but I've had a hill of Rice all season and it felt wrong to cheat on him for Saka. A hill of Rice. Good one. My days. Honestly, Declan Rice back for Saka. That's an interesting move. So I still think Saka is not a bad option, to be honest. I still think Saka is a pretty good option to have. Should be a very interesting week. Let's see how it goes. Thanks, mate. Hope you have a good game week. You too as well. Also, for those of you who are new, please do hit the like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're trying to get to 2,250. And we're basically 10 subscribers away from that. So if you guys can subscribe, that would be amazing. And we also have a watch along later today for the Spurs versus United game. I bet he's gonna get shocked when he'll see me with a United player in my squad. Well, hopefully for you and for me as well, Brian Mbeumo goes and scores as a hat trick and gets us like a 20-pointer. That'll be pretty appreciated. Edwin, welcome. How are you doing, Edwin? How are things going? I made a -4 to bring in Gabriel, Mateta, and Petrovic for Leno, Gyökeres, and Dan Burn. Okay, 176 in the league. Let's load it. How come Dan? Oh, Dan should be added this week. 176. Yes, John. All right. So, Gyökeres captaincy. Unfortunately, you should have probably got more points on this, to be honest. You are unlucky in this one. -4 to bring in Gabriel and Mateta and Petrovic. You bought in Petrovic. That's a very interesting. I would have probably gone for Sanchez, but you already have Cucurella, so and you have triple Arsenal, triple Chelsea. Okay, never mind. Petrovic makes sense. Yes. Gabriel and Mateta. Yes. Leno, Gyökeres, and Dan Burn. Yeah, fair enough. I want Mbeumo. How do I afford? Oh, Ahmad. I won't go Ahmad. I'd probably go Mbeumo. But how much money do you have in the bank? It was taken to have that Mateta and Gabriel. I think that hit was worth it. I think you stick with Gakpo. Yeah, I think you stick with Gakpo. You won't be able to get Mbeumo because it would have probably been Gakpo out, but then Gakpo's fixtures from next week are pretty good. Although I don't know how Gakpo's minutes are going to be. That's the only question mark right now. Because Arne Slot has changed system, there's a question mark on Gakpo's minutes and starting position at the moment. 0.4 in the bank. Yeah, that's not enough, right? To get Mbeumo. Because Cody Gakpo is how much? 7.6. Yeah, still not enough. Like you need to do Gakpo out and potentially even like Enzo or Ismail Sarr out. That's going to take you to like a -12. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. I'll probably think about it again next week. But by the time you get to next week, like the more and more you go, like every week you delay with some of the AFCON players, the less and less worth it is to go and get in some AFCON players. Rice is cheap. I suggest this for a reason. Caicedo, Bruno, Rice, play them every week and play around with your other transfers. Set and forget, guys. Don't have to worry about them. Fair. I saw Burn. He's a left back and not getting DEFCON. Yeah, fair enough. Thinking of hit for Szoboszlai or any moves to have bench boost this week. Oh, to have bench boost this week, you can't have Mark U. Mark U is your only issue. I mean, you could still probably bench boost and hope he like gets an appearance point or something. Yeah, nah. I mean, you kind of have to like do Q to like someone else, but that's not possible. I think you just play the bench boost or hope for the best. Play a Kroopy. You could go Kroopy. You could go Kroopy, but his minutes are count. Like I won't be surprised if Kroopy doesn't start because Evan Nilsson is back. But at least Kroopy might have a better chance of playing minutes this week than Mark U would. But then again, it's a -4. And do you think Kroopy can get more than 4 points? Like Kroopy will have to get you at least 5 points today to make it work. Not today. Today? Is it today? Or tomorrow, basically. Like this game week, Kroopy will have to get you a return to be worth it. Otherwise, I would just play Gu and hope for the best. Okay, I bought Emblema. I hope he'll give me points, but United won't get any points in the league. What a conflicting decision. So basically, you want like a 3-3 for. You want like Spurs to win 4-3 and Emblema to get a hat trick. Oh, that'll make my watch along very interesting today. Becky, welcome. How are you doing? Probably rolling transfer. Wait after the international break. Fair enough. That's a sensible move. He's a sell or a third sub now. Yeah, Kroopy, honestly, like, I don't think it's worth getting Kroopy for a hit. I think you just bench boost and hope Mark Yu comes off the bench, to be honest. Anyways, even if he does come off the bench, your bench boost is very dependent on Burnley this week. If Burnley turn up, brilliant. You need all players for playing a bench boost. Yeah, that's the thing. But it is what it is, right? Like you need to go to Thiago levels. Like you have to go to Thiago to try and get in like a good player. And then to get to Thiago, it requires a lot of hits this week, which is not worth it. Otherwise, don't play the bench boost at all this week. John. The other option is you don't play the bench boost and you keep it for another week. Will, welcome. How are you doing? Two from the United Spurs game today. Oh, we'll be interested to see. Personally, I would not focus my major transfers on bench boost, whatever. Yes, I probably agree with that. And also, who do you think is the best captain option except Haaland? Since an LSD fan, I doubt he'll score, and even if so, only one goal. I reckon to captain Joe Pedro. Will I cook? So, on the poll that is running right now, so Haaland is obviously the major captaincy option this week, but you see the other, which is like 12% right now, and I would say that 12% is basically Joe Pedro as things stand. So I don't mind Joe Pedro. I don't trust him enough to give him the armband only because of his like lack of shots usually. I actually don't mind Saka or Gabriel. I actually don't mind as captaincy options this week. Gabriel, especially if Arsenal keep a clean sheet. But I still think Haaland is probably the best option. Just because of the form he's on. Purely the form. That's mainly the reason. Otherwise, I'd probably go for Gabriel or Saka. Joe Pedro, you can go. It might work. But I don't trust Joe Pedro enough to do it. That's the thing. Mateta, I don't mind actually. I actually don't mind Mateta. If you can get 9 points from Mateta, that's actually pretty good as well. Mateta is a nice shout as well, to be honest. Can we do score predictions? Yes, let's have a go. So, all right, Spurs versus Man United. I'm going to go for a win. I'll go 3-1 United. Brian Mbeumo scoring. 3-1 Man United. Everton versus Fulham. I'll go 1-1 draw. West Ham versus Burnley. Funnily enough, I think West Ham win this game. Probably 2-1 maybe. 2-1 maybe West Ham. Surely West Ham should get something from this. Sunderland versus Arsenal. I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal. Chelsea versus Wolves. 2-1 Chelsea. 2-1 Chelsea maybe. You trusted Palmer last year and he was useless. What to do? I mean, he was good before that. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Oh, this game could be anything. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. I will go Bournemouth's high line versus Aston Villa's. Bournemouth should have the advantage if Aston Villa try to play out from the back. I'll go 2-1 to Bournemouth in this one. 2-1 or 1-0 to Bournemouth for this one. Brentford versus Newcastle. 1-1. I'm going 1-1 on this one. Crystal Palace versus Brighton. This is the most annoying one because I'm about to bench Danny Welbeck and I expect Brighton to score. This could even be 3-2, to be honest. This could be 3-2. This is the game that could be the most craziest this week. This could be a 3-2. Forest versus Leeds. Sean Dyche, 1-0 to Forest. Leeds struggling to score goals away from home. I'll probably go 1-0 Forest. City versus Liverpool. I expect City to win this one, realistically speaking. But Liverpool will score a goal. Could be 2-2, but if I'm expecting City to win, I will go 2-1 or 3-1. Let's go 2-1 to City. But I won't be surprised if it's a 2-2 as well, potentially. Like Liverpool find in like the 90 plus minute, Liverpool get an equalizer. Edwin says rank 121. Can you check my team? Yes, I can. I had a look at John's team, right? Yes, I did. Villa versus Bournemouth, 2-1 as well. Yes, there you go. Harpin Semenyo, I hope so as well. Okay, thanks, Sam. Good luck. No worries. Best of luck. Best of luck. Arsenal 3-0 says Tiger. Fair. I'm going to go 2-0 because I don't think Sunderland will get hammered that badly. Everton Fulham 0-0 would be very ironic the moment I sell Tarkowski for him to keep a clean sheet. But that could also happen. But I would like Endai to score. So I'm going 1-1 on that one. Alright, this is Edwin's team. Stream Brighton game as well. What time is the Brighton game though? The Brighton game is tomorrow. But it's a Sunday morning, like Monday morning game. Probably won't stream that, to be honest. It's too early. I'm sorry, too late, to be honest. I'll be on my own talking. Oh no, Xhaka, unfortunate here. Xhaka sent off, says Tiger, for Sunderland. 3-1 to Palace, says Andy, for the Palace Brighton. Fair enough. City 1, Liverpool 1. That obviously Tiger wants a draw in that game. The draw is the best case scenario for Tiger. Okay, one last question. Shrewsbury Hall against Fulham or Xhaka against his former team Arsenal? I would go for Shrewsbury Hall. Also, can you check my team? Rank is 238. I'd go for Shrewsbury Hall. I think Arsenal's defense is really good. 238. Aha, here we go, Casper. Caleb, welcome. How are you doing? I'm starting Roden. Fair enough. Not too bad, actually. And this is Casper. Where is Edwin? I've got your team up as well. 92 points on Casper. What a week, to be honest. What a week. What a game week rank as well. Pretty good. Edwin, what's the plan of this team? What are you doing with Anthony Gordon? What a defense. Defense, solid defense, I'll tell you that. That's a pretty good defense. Anthony Gordon is the only pain in this team. 1 free transfer, 0.3 in the bank, thinking of rolling. Start Anderson this week, Edwin? Starting Anderson this week? Or what's the play? Or still the same team? All the best, bro. Best of luck as well. K7, best of luck to you. Defcon Jaka every week, and he will have a lot to do today. Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, you could probably start Jaka as well, but he might not get you attack in returns. Transfer in Rice or Saboslai. This week, Declan Rice. Next week as well, probably I still lean towards Declan Rice, but Saboslai becomes a better option next week. This week, Declan Rice. Edwin says yes. For starting Anderson. Roden 2, Virgil out. Starting Roden as well. Actually, that actually could work as well. Yeah, fair enough. I don't mind Roden this week. Fair enough. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Okay, rolling the transfer. Not too bad. I think eventually you probably want to get rid of the Newcastle players, right? Anderson, Roden in, Van Dijk and Gordon out. Okay, fair enough. And next week, probably look to sell the Newcastle lads, potentially. And then this one was from Casper. Can check my team. 9th in the league, very strongly leaning Saka captain this week. Got to roll, have 4 free transfers going international break. Do you think I start Minte or Sa? If you have Sa, I start Sa. And then Will is 13th in the middle league. All right, let's load the two of you as well. Will, 13, Caleb. Here we go. Caleb asked first, so we'll have him. All right, Casper, 92. What a team. Chat broken on screen? Yes, sadly. I've tried everything. The only thing left for me to try is restarting OBS. But that might potentially end the stream, and I don't want to do that. So chat is broken, unfortunately, on stream. I don't know why. I've tried resetting it from Stream Element side, didn't work. I've tried deleting it and re-enabling it, didn't work. I've even tried refreshing the cache on the OBS side, didn't work like this. But no luck. For some reason, it's just not picking it up. I don't know why. So the other option is restarting and starting OBS again. But I don't want to do that because I'm worried the stream might actually end, to be honest. All right. Captain Haaland, Gabriel, or Reece James. I'm leaning towards Haaland. Otherwise, you go Gabriel. It's not too bad as well. I'm leaning towards Haaland. We are improving. We are very shaky at the back though. This is Aston Villa. Yeah. Pretty good score from Casper. All right. We've got Caleb. Caleb is 9th in the league, very strongly leaning Saka captain this week. 104 points. Oh, the bench boost. You are unlucky. You should have had way more points on this bench boost with Saka, to be honest. He should have scored the chances he had. Oh, what a return. Well played. So, Caleb, Saka captaincy. I actually don't mind it if you want to try it this week. And then obviously Will was thinking of rolling. Are you starting Van der Ven or Senesi? Will, question for you. Are you starting Van der Ven or Senesi? I think the rest of the team is fine. Walter Marder probably eventually might be a sell. Maybe not this week necessarily. I just probably have, the only question I have is between Senesi and Van der Ven for you. And then Caleb says, what players do you think I should start I should target going into the international break. So a Liverpool midfielder becomes an option for probably even Enzo. Or maybe Saka, or maybe sorry, a Liverpool midfielder. I think Szoboszlai is the favorite at the moment, but I also like Gravenberch, not gonna lie. So one of the Liverpool midfielders. Then, in terms of other options, a United attacker would be on the cards, but not necessarily needed for your team, looking at the way your team is structured. You already have Mamadashvili in goal, so that's okay. Senesi for Defcon probably says will. Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, probably do that. Joao Pedro. I mean, you could probably, okay, so I think Liverpool is going to be the conversation topic. If Isak, depending on the situation of Isak, if he is not available, I think Ekitike could become an option. And in that specific situation, you might even be looking at doing Joe Pedro to Ekitike next week. But for now, maybe Enzo to a Szoboszlai might be on the cards. Bruno will be hard to get. You don't have the budget for it at the moment. So that's out of the cards, to be honest. And that requires selling Saka, which at the moment is probably not needed. So it's probably wait and see how Liverpool perform. Thinking Pedro to give since I haven't got bench boost out of the way. Yeah, that's the thing. You could probably do that as well. But it could also be Ekitike on the cards depending on how Liverpool go. And story with Isak and everything. But yeah. Do you have a coin, Ryan? 2 flips, Haaland or Saka cap, then Haaland or Gabriel if the two gunners win the toss, then Gabriel or Saka? I think I have a coin somewhere. I do have a coin, yes. But wait, who is the captaincy? Is it for you or is it for me? I think we can find a virtual coin as well. Virtual coin toss. Oh, virtual coin toss. Heads. Flip again. It's heads again. Is this just programmed to always flip heads? Oh no, it sometimes flips tails. Should I start Hartman this game week over Stark? Hartman is for Burnley? Hartman. Where is Hartman? Yeah, he's Burnley player, defender. Over Stark. Yeah, I actually might start Hartman over Stark. Yes. I probably would start Hartman over Stark. Yes, I would. Thinking I will see for this game week play 3-5-2. This is for Caleb. So you'll start Gabriel, Timber, Richards. Play your entire midfield, including 3-5-2. Oh, wait, for this game week? Surely not. Not starting Joe Pedro? Oh, are you starting Joe Pedro? Because you'll have Haaland and Mateta. Will you start Joe Pedro or not starting Joe Pedro this game, upcoming game week? Haaland, Saka, Gabriel in that order for choice of cap. Open question for the chat. I probably still go Haaland. But yeah. Liverpool 1, Man City 0. You heard that. You heard it here first. Ooh, that'll be very interesting. Best formation 4-4-2? Probably true. It was always 3-5-3. Yeah. Oh, I would say it's been no, not 3-5-3, right? 3-5-2. Yeah, it's usually been 3-5-2 personally in the last couple of seasons because forwards haven't been performing. It's been 3-5-2. But I think 4-4-2 this season is definitely there's a case to be had for 4-4-2. Even 4-5-1. No, 4-5-1 as well. No, actually 4-4-2 or even 5-3, 5-3-2, 5-4-1. Yeah, Kukurea captain. Oh, big call. Didn't Kukurea, was it Kukurea who got like a return versus Wolves the last time? Was it him? He has two clean sheets and a block shot in 6 appearances. Okay, maybe not. I thought I remember Korea getting a goal. Maybe I got that wrong. 8.2. Oh, this doesn't show the attacking threat. Maybe he did. Okay, Saka heads, Haaland tails, then Gabriel heads. Do we want to do a virtual coin toss or actual coin toss? Let's do a virtual. Aha, it's tails. Now what? Do I do another coin toss? So what's the next coin toss for Haaland versus Gabriel? All right, here we go. Oh, Gabriel wins versus Haaland. (352) or 343, I mean. But this week, oh, you mean like in previous? Yeah, previously. I think 343 last season wasn't as, because the forwards haven't been performing as much, right? I'm gonna close some of these browsers because I've got a lot. We had a look at this. We had a look at that. I saw that. I looked at this as well. We went and looked at Amit as well. I think I had a look at this as well. Did I? Yes, I did. Haaland, Gabriel, and Saka. When you flip, if you do any Kudus and Sanius. Kudus is touch and go. I will see if we can find any leaks, but unlikely. Ismail Sa, if you have him, I'll probably play him, to be honest. If you have Sa. Aha, Will. I thought I bought Will's team up, but this is Will who sent me his team. 88 points last week. Wow, well played, Fazid. Shad Xhaka, Minte, and Joe Pedro. Wow. Well played, actually. This is Will's team as things stand. And he's playing Senesi. This is the team he's starting with. Fair enough. Menu Saka, Endai, Waltamada, Haaland, and Mateta. Yep. What did I just receive? But I got something. Gabriel wins, yes, probably. Reinders, Van der Ven, Mukiele, fan of Waltamada, Haaland, Mateta, Semino, Saka, Sam, Endai, Munoz, Gabriel. Yeah. Gabriel wins. Yes, that one he did. So are you going to captain Gabriel is the question. Fazit, what are you doing this week, Fazit? What are you doing this week? Interested to know. But all bang. Shoot. Who would bang? Oh, that reminds me. I need to make my transfer. I'm going to bring in Califiori. Although Andy will say no. And Ian will say don't bring in Califiori because he's gone Califiori. Should have just done the move yesterday, to be honest. All right. Here is hoping for Califiori to get a goal this week before getting subbed, and ideally clean sheet as well. Are you live streaming? We will be live streaming the Spurs versus Manchester United game. Get Chalaba. I could get Chalaba as well. I could go Chalaba, honestly. Oh, Enzo. Enzo would be for Endai. Enzo will be for Endai. But I think Endai this week is fine, right? Against Fulham. Bruno, Caicedo, Rice must have for the rest of the season if you can fit them all in. Should I go Chalaba? Will Chalaba be a really good option though? Just get Defcon. So what's the plan? Chalaba or Calafiori? I mean, I was thinking Reece James as well initially. Like I was thinking Reece James over Calafiori. This was another thing I was thinking, but I don't know. Maybe Reece James is a bit too risky. I don't know. What do you guys think? My United mate in the UK has Tottenham, brother. Oh, that's a very interesting thing. Reece James. Hmm. Yeah, this is where I'm like completely lost. Start 3 for Minte, Xhaka, JP, Bowen, and start Roden, Senesi, or Anderson. I'll start Senesi between Roden, Senesi, and Anderson. From Minte, Xhaka, JP, and Bowen, I will start Minte, I will start Joe Pedro, and I will start Bowen. Go for Calafiori. Bruno does it, Rice does it, Rice does it. Go for Calafiori. Yeah, because like end of the day, Arsenal defense is elite, and every time Arsenal defense like cleans, I just lose points. Every time they clean, I lose points. Do coin toss. Do coin toss for yourself about the defender pick. I hate doing a coin toss. I want to be sure of my Coach Alaba. Right, please, yes. All of you blogs are telling me. Should I? Okay. All right. Let's do it this way. Spin the wheel. Oh my days. Is this what we've got to? Either go for Calafiori or go for Rice. He gets Defcon and goals from corners. Who does? Chalaba? Chalaba does get go. Chalaba does get this thing. Defcon. James is made of glass. Yes, that's also true. Heads, Calafiori, tails, the other players. All right. So heads, Calafiori, tails, it goes between Reece James or Chalaba. I can't believe I'm putting my FPL decisions into a coin toss, but here we are. Also have templates Saar, Semenyo, and Saka, 2 Arsenal defense, Haaland. Have 3 free transfers. Could I bring anyone? Can't think of anything. Well, roll, I think. I think you can roll. Like your team looks like it's pretty good. Only one possible transfer is Bowen to someone. Nah, play Bowen this week. Next week you can look to sell Bowen. This week you play Bowen. Rigged? I haven't spinned it yet. I can't rig this. So you guys tell me who goes heads and who goes tails, and I'll spin it after that. So heads could be Calafiori, and tails could be the Chelsea player. Rob Edwards, former Luton Town boss, expected to leave third place in Championship Middlesbrough for bottom place Wolves. Oh. Why is he leaving third place Championship Luton Town? Aren't they going to be in the Premier League next season if they continue? Get the goalkeeper instead. Nah, I don't have cash to go goalkeeper. Okay, heads Calafiori, tails Chelsea player. All right. Okay, you guys have said it, and I've also gone. Okay, I have put my life or my FPL decisions in a coin toss. Here we go. All right. Is it available on stream? Yes. You don't have to take the coin toss. Well, I'm 50-50 on it, right? So we'll do it. It went tails. It went tails. Even the coin toss is like no Calafiori. All right. We are now down to a Chelsea player. So he clearly backs himself to keep them up if it's January. After January, I say he probably doesn't go, but he clearly backs himself. Probably. Can't believe we've got to this stage where I am now. Chalaba, it is. Guys, Okay, so Chalaba it is. Should I put like, okay, here's a quick question before we do this Chalaba move. Should I have done Mark Guehi over Chalaba? Should I enter Mark Guehi into this conversation? Since we are talking about Chelsea players, should I enter Mark Guehi into this conversation now? Still, you can get Rice. Yeah, I can get Declan Rice. That's true. I can now get Declan Rice because I'm not going for Califury. This is what my team looks like. Should I enter Mark Guehi into this conversation? Chelsea defenders are trapped and are good defensively. We are top 3 at conceding XG. I think you might be true. Keep Guehi. I don't have Guehi. That's the thing. So now should I enter Mark Guehi in terms of a selection option? Or should I go Mark Guehi as the pick over the Chelsea defenders? Guehi has more difficult times ahead. Does he though? I mean, I would say these are some pretty decent fixtures from a DEFCON perspective. And he has DEFCON roots and potential chances of clean sheets here and there. Chalaba, not James. Yeah, probably go Chalaba if I'm going Chalaba. If I'm going Chelsea defense, then probably Chalaba because cheaper and all of that. Delab will get minutes soon. You can flip though. Yeah, I think. You can get Rice later. That's true. We are also number one currently conceding from errors. 7 conceded from errors. Damn. Ivan, welcome. Can you look at my team? I certainly can. 149 in your league, 3 in the bank, 4 free transfers. All right, I'll load your team up. This we've had a look. Edwin, did we have a look at your team? I think we did, right? Yes, we did. We are looking at Ivan's team. 149. So I think between Guehi and Chalaba, I probably go Guehi, right? Surely. Chelsea defense only Chalaba, good option. Then I probably just go Guehi. If I'm not going to go Calafiori, I probably just go Guehi, right? He's probably the better option in terms of like player. Just might not be that good this week, but then after that would be pretty decent. I went a bit too ahead. Best of 3? Really? Where he gets assist and Defcon, not the Chelsea defense, just Chalaba. Yeah, true. Welbeck or Tarkowski? Danny Welbeck. Alright, you know what? I should have just picked Guehi last week. This week. Before his price rise today. Alright, we just do this then. We do this. Do you think I should make a transfer? Timber, Guehi. You, my friend, you probably need to make a transfer. Yokeres out. Maybe sell Yokeres. You can actually go and get Gabriel. That's who I'm getting next week, Guehi. Yeah, I think Guehi probably. This team, I think you can sell Yokeres and do Van de Ven to Gabriel. What do you think, Ivaner? Van de Ven to Gabriel, Yokeres to... Have you played your bench boost, Ivaner? If you played your bench boost, you can go to a cheap player. You have played a bench boost. So maybe Yokeres to Mark Gu and Van de Ven to Gabriel, and you start Senesi, Guehi, Timber, and Gabriel this week. A back 4. You play a 4-4-2 formation where his price is already recent. Yes, I know. I was a bit late to it, but I'm still happy to go and get him. Don't sell Van de Ven, says Sam. Or Senesi instead. You can start Senesi over Mukiele this week. I don't mind going and getting Guehi. Yes, his price lows. I probably should have done this move, but I was so uncertain about it. That's the only reason. I probably should have done this move today before the price rises. I would have saved 0.2. Unfortunately, mistakes were made. All right, Mark Guehi it is. He wins by default of Chelsea fans not wanting me to go there because not reliable, which probably is true. And actually, Palace have actually been pretty decent. Sell Van de Ven or Senesi? Me personally, I would say sell Van de Ven. Sam is saying don't sell Van de Ven, but I would probably sell Van de Ven over Senesi because Senesi's pictures are good. Like his next set of fixtures are not too bad, to be honest. Look at that. West Ham and Sunderland, Everton. Those are not too bad for DEFCON. Van de Ven's are much more harder, personally. These are some hard fixtures, guys. He's not getting anything. Maybe something from Fulham. And sell Gyökeres for who? Since you've played your bench boost, you can downgrade it to a dead spot and go Mark Q. You could do something like that. That will allow you to go and get Gabriel in. He scores goals. True, but he doesn't always. Is Welbeck on pens? Oh, I think he should be, but we don't know. Brighton haven't really gotten a pen for us to tell, no? I think he should be. Well, he's on free kicks, so I don't know why he wouldn't be on pens. I mean, Van de Ven does score goals. Interestingly, he's Spurs' top goal scorer as well. But his priority should be keeping clean sheets as well. Like, I still probably would sell him, to be honest. Beef up the defense line. Always there's not many points elsewhere. Yeah, that's the thing. So, okay. All right. Tarkowski to Guehi it is. We're going to do it. And to make sure I do it, I've confirmed. Too late now. Now, we're going to hope for Mark Guehi to score a goal against Brighton from a set piece. Fingers crossed. All right. That's me. Where is Ian when you need him? It's going to be like, yes, I didn't go for Calafiori. Jeff, how are you doing, Jeff? Welcome. Is that your team? Yes, this is my team. This is indeed my team. Is Gravenberg the best value Liverpool asset? I would think so. I think it's between him and Szoboszlai. I was actually leaning towards Gravenberg because of the DEFCON and all of that. So you're getting the Palace defender over Chalobah? Yes. I actually went and did the move already. Too late now. You can get Guehi later. True. But I've done the move already. Benching Welbeck? Yes, now that I've got Guehi, I probably I was anyway benching Welbeck even before Guehi. Because who do I start Welbeck over? Realistically, no one, right? Nice week to bench boost. Tiger lots are using chips into it. That's true. You can get Guehi. I probably could have got Guehi next week, but it is what it is now. Moves have been made. Transfers have been done. Now we hope for the best. I still have Reinders too. Where's your team? What happened to the team? Where did you go? Oh, here it is. Yes, you do have Reinders as well. Honestly, probably Reinders to Sa is another option. You could do Reinders to Sa, but you probably need to. Palace won't keep it clean. Yeah, that's true. I don't think they want to keep it clean. Which is why I was thinking Calafiori. But now it's between like 4 points versus 2 points. 4 points versus 6 points at moment. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, where he can get me an attack in return. I don't know. We'll see. I was so 50-50 on the move, so I'm not too worried if like it doesn't go too well this week. End of the day, I think like the the player is a good player to own for the next couple of weeks anyways. So we'll see how it goes. Because if I didn't get Guehi in this week, I probably wouldn't have got him in next week as well. Unless I was willing to take a hit, which I don't know if I would have been willing to. However, what this has done has meant that now I can do Declan Rice next week for Endai. Rice for the Everton men as a hit? Surely not, right? I get Declan Rice next week. I can get Declan Rice next week instead of getting a Liverpool midfielder. Or should I get Declan Rice for a hit this week? Would you do Declan Rice for a hit? That's probably not worth it, right? One Arsenal defender, few teams have triple Arsenal. Yeah, so most have double Arsenal defense. I have only one Arsenal defender. Would you guys take Declan Rice for a hit over Endai? It's better to play 5 midfielders or 3 attackers. Depends on the players you have. That depends on the players you have. No, next week, yes. Oh yeah, okay. So next week I can go and get Declan Rice now. Kind of feel like mids. Depends on the players. If you have like Haaland, Mateta, I actually can't tell you who the other striker is. You probably still play the mids this week if the mids are good. Especially like looking at your team. Where did the team disappear? Looking at your team, I think you probably play the mids, especially if you're doing like Gyökeres to Mark you, then you probably play the mids. If you ended up doing Gyökeres to like a Danny Welbeck, then you probably, or even like a Joe Pedro, which you probably wouldn't do. But yeah, just depends on the mids. Jeff, welcome, says, I have 2 free transfers. I don't know if I sent you my messages or not. Oh, did you send? Yes. Yes, you said 2 free transfers. This is your team. Rice will score against Tottenham. Well, I don't mind bringing him in next week. Thanks, Ryan. Just look back at it. I appreciate the input. Good luck to everyone. Best of luck, Tom. Best of luck. Mr. Tendai, how are you doing? Would you bench boost with Reinders, Dubravka, Senesi, Goodmanson? Yeah, I might actually. I might bench boost with that bench. Yeah. Free kick like against Madrid, Rice will do. Ooh. Well, I'll think about him next week then. He's definitely a conversation to have. All right, this is Jeff's team. Rea, Guehi, Senesi, Gabriel, Semenyo, Sa, Bruno, Endai, Haaland, 2 free transfers, Mateta, and Gyökeres probably to get rid of. For who though? Jeff, have you used your bench boost or not yet? I think Gyökeres to... You could go Joe Pedro, but I don't trust Joe Pedro, so I probably would avoid that. Actually, don't know who to suggest. If you used your bench boost, you could go to a dead spot and then use the cash to even upgrade Bar to either Enzo or... I've used bench boost. Okay. You could do Gyökeres to Mark you and Bar to Declan Rice or an Enzo Fernandez. Who else are you missing? Probably those 2 at the moment. Anyone else, chat, that you would want to go and get? I think those 2 probably. Gyökeres to Mateta. He already has Mateta, so he should be fine. I still have free hit and triple captain. Yeah, save that for like game week 13, triple captaincy for Haaland against Leeds. Just wasn't sure if Reinders would play this week. Have no Chelsea assets either. Reinders has been carrying a knock, right? I also don't have any Chelsea assets, which is a bit scary. If you guys want to go and get a Chelsea assets, completely fine, like Enzo Fernandez potentially. Will Krupi get minutes? He will get minutes, but treat him as a... He's not going to start, or don't expect him to start now that Evan Nelson is back. He might actually be a better option than Mark Gu for like that 3rd striker spot, just in case if you need. What is the price tag of Krupi? Krupi's at 4.6. The only thing is Mark Gu's like you save 0.4 million on Mark Gu because Mark Gu's at 4.2 million. So you save cash by going Gu. That's the only thing. So it all depends on like whether you want like a more reliable play option there, or whether you're happy to have like a dead spot. Dubravka or Petrovic, start or bench one? I am at the moment starting Petrovic, and I'm benching Dubravka. Don't know much about Creepy. At this, with Evan Nilsson back, his chances are gone. Sell Semenyo for Embuemo. No, I probably wouldn't do it. That's a very 50-50 call. Roku, are you sure you want to take another -4? If Evan Nilsson starts, it's good for Semenyo. If Evan Nilsson doesn't start, then Semenyo it's not great for Semenyo. That's the only thing. That is a very 50-50 call. Semenyo, Embuemo. You're selling a good player for another good player. Can you look at my messages on top where I said my transfers, thoughts on those? Where is the I can sell Gyökeres to Gu. This is for Ivan's team, right? I can sell Gyökeres to Q, Reinders to Sa, and any of my defenders to Gabriel. Yeah, I don't mind that. Gyökeres to Q, Reinders to Sa, Van de Ven probably to Gabriel. I would probably do that. I probably would do that. Ivan. What about Gyökeres to Raul? Wait, Tiger for your team? No, Tiger for your team, I would go and get Mateta. You don't have Mateta, right, Tiger? I would get Mateta for your team, Tiger, since you don't have him. I think he's more important. Next week. Oh, I would want to get Mateta this week though. Is it worth bringing in a Chelsea hit? I had to prioritize Gyökeres and Thiago. Have no Chelsea cover. Enzo for Reinders, I guess. You could for a hit. Might pay off. Potentially might pay off. At least the next two fixtures are good, right? It potentially might pay off. Wait, do you think it's ridiculous? Would be to someone who is. Wait, I didn't follow. 250k. I didn't follow. Andy, what do you think is a ridiculous end rank? Oh, end rank. If you're 250k now, I still think getting top 100k should be the aim. And at least that should be the first target. If you can get top 50k, would be really nice. Top 50k. You can see some 4 million defenders getting big points. Yeah, I'm benching Roden as well. Roden could get something this week, to be honest. I'm 180k now. Yeah, I think top 50k, if you can get. It's not easy staying in the top 50k as well. It's a bit of a challenge. Try and aim for top 50k. And then if you get into that, then you try and aim. Then it's like top 10k is a challenge. Top 10k is a challenge then. Remember -50? Yeah, you've taken a lot of hits. But I still think top 50k should be fine. Two-minute warning. Yes, good that you mentioned it. 2 minutes warning before the deadline closes, people. 2-minute warning before the deadline closes. And then I will take a break. And we will be live 15 minutes before the game starts for the watch along. I will be joined with Karan, Ion, and one of Ion's friends as well. So there'll be 4 of us on a watch along. Asking for a friend, sell Rinders. If yes, for who? Sell Rinders, yes, I probably will. For who? Enzo, Ismail Sa, Declan Rice. I'm assuming you already have Semenyo and Brian and Buemo and all, potentially. Actually, I can bring up your team, Roku. Wait, but you did a minus 20. You did a lot of moves. What did you end up doing? Yeah, you could go an Enzo or start Pope or Dubravka. Oh, that's a much more closer one. I probably might go Dubravka on that one, potentially. That's a 50-50 on that one. 95% of my hits worked over 2 games. Yeah, that's the thing. Come on, United, says Tiger. Yes, please do fix the chat as well for watch along. I will try my best. I will restart my computer and restart OBS as well and see what happens. Quick start, Endai or Welbeck? Endai. Keeping hope so, I hope so as well. No money in the bank, not my team, was asking for a friend. I potentially might, but just depends on the cash and everything. Like there are options like Enzo is probably the same, within the same budget around. That's it. No, Enzo is a bit more expensive. Actually, Caicedo might be the one. If you within that same price bracket, Caicedo. If he doesn't have cash, Caicedo might be the one. All right. And that is the deadline. Deadline has passed, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are all done. I will see you all for. I'll see you all for the watch along. Hopefully, it's a good watch along. Should be a very interesting week because of all the different captaincy options. We will end the poll. So we had 55 votes in the poll. 58% on Haaland captaincy, 20% on Saka or Gabriel, 11% on Mateta or a United midfielder, and another 11% potentially on Joe Pedro, I would say. So, best of luck to you all. Shout out to Tiger, Roku, Ivana, Jeff, Andy, Sam, Tendai. Who else? Roku as well. I mentioned Sam. I mentioned Fazid. And then those of you at the start as well, Shubharan and Mr. Chan and Tin and Becky and Eliza, Caleb, Edwin, K7, who else? Casper, John, and all of you all as well. Karan and everyone else as well who joined. Thank you very much. Best of luck to you all. Shout out to everyone. So, watch along. 15 minutes before the game starts. It's already scheduled. This stream will actually, if you just going to keep your phone open on the YouTube, it will redirect you to that stream next. And that will be starting 15 minutes before the deadline. So see you all there. I will try and fix the chat now, hopefully, and it works for the watch along. We'll see. But thank you all for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you all for the watch along. Until then, peace out. See you all.